Okay. This nice gentleman is Randall.
Hello. We're going to give you a tour of the Doramac.
Okay.
Here's one of our heads. We have two heads.
Headquarters. Yeah.
And this is our front cabin where we put guests. Of course, we use it for storage. When you've been on a boat 7 years, you accumulate a lot of stuff, and I don't know what we're going to do with it all when we move. But this is hull number 5, and he made some changes beginning with this hull, and one of them was moving this bed out, making it wider. The first 4, this bottom bunk was only this narrow, but you couldn't sit back like this because your back was against it. So he brought the bottom out to make it a little wider so you could sit and put your shoes on.
Okay. This is a desk?
This is a desk surface.
Yeah.
This is a hanging locker.
Yeah.
And then there's storage.
Yeah.
Storage down here and storage here, and of course cabinets.
And a nice waterproof door here.
This whole bulkhead is
Yeah.
waterproof.
Yeah, that's good.
There's also a bulkhead up here that's waterproof, and this is the access to the chain locker.
Yeah.
And rope lock. Yeah. There's a rope in there too. 2 anchors. One of them's chain, one of them's rope.
Hmm?
Now this settee folds out. There's a hinge right here. This whole thing folds out. These legs come out to support it, and this comes down, and it makes a double wide bed, and we've had a couple sleeping on that. And of course there's storage under all of these. This one I think is got books in it. My wife was a librarian, so we got books everywhere. We ballasted boat with books. This is our diesel stove, and it's right popular with our friends on other boats. When they come, they really like the warm stove. And this is a compactor. This is a clothes washing machine's dryer combination, but we never use the dryer part of it. I never have.
Yeah, you hang it outside.
Hang it outside in the tropics. If it's raining, we hang in the engine room where we have our humidifier.
Yeah.
But actually my wife she washes clothes here and takes them to the marina office to dry them. But, and this is our galley. There's granite tops throughout.
Steps. Yeah.
Now this is a microwave, but it's also a convection oven. So we do our baking inside of this. It does a much better job than the propane oven does. The oven, this gas oven's bigger, but it just doesn't make bread as good as the electric one does. Now there are 3 propane eyes here and 1 electric. And the reason for that is if you run out of propane,
yes,
you can use electric to.
Yeah, that's very smart. I read that in your specs already. Yeah.
This is a NovaCool refrigerator freezer. This is a refrigeration part, which offers ample cooling. And this is a small freezer. We keep butter and any meat that we may get, we put it in here. This is my engine room and workshop and doghouse if I get in trouble. This is Northern Lights 9 kW genset.
Yeah.
It's got 402 hours on it. We used it quite a bit when we did a cruise through Indonesia in 2008, but we haven't used it much since then. This is our water maker. It's a Village Marine, 30 gallons per hour. This is a 20-gallon water heater. It runs on electric, and it's got a coil that comes through the engine, so if you're underway, you're heating water, which makes for a really nice shower when you get in it.
Yeah.
This is a toolbox I bought in Manila. And some of this stuff I've added. These are our 3 battery banks. These are our 2 start batteries. One for the main engine and one for the genset. And this is our main house battery bank, which is 24 volt. I added these fuse panels for different things that I've added. These are accumulation tanks, and I've added another one in marmor, so we'd have storage for water. And then this is the main engine, and this is all the fuel polishing system.
Oh yeah, that's what you published about.
These are
the
Raycor 500s. This was for the main engine. You switch from one to the other. And this is for the genset. And this is a fuel polishing filter made by Gulf Coast Filters. And when you're in port or when you're underway, you can be polishing fuel and cleaning it to make sure it's clean. 95% of the problems you'll ever have with a diesel engine will be fuel related and contaminated fuel. This is a oil polishing filter made by the same company as the fuel polishing filter. And so when the engine's running, fuel is being pumped through this low micron filter to filter out any contaminants to give the engine a long life. This is a sight glass for the oil level, so even when you're underway, you can check the oil level of the engine and make sure that you've got plenty of oil. This is a toolbox I had built in Malaysia. It's all stainless steel, double rollers. I designed it and got a price from about 3 or 4 shops, and they were all pretty close, so I had it built. This is a stainless steel new oil tank, and I can pump oil out of the engine, or out of the generator engine, or out of either one of the filters, and then I can pump new oil back into them out of that tank.
So it goes from there to there?
Yes, yes. 4 places. The sump out of the main engine, or the filter, or the main engine, and I have a filter on this engine as well.
So it's a used oil tank?
No, that's new oil.
New oil?
Yeah, the used oil I pump into one of the fuel tanks where it's diluted a couple of times and then run through this filter.
So you burn it?
And then it's burned through the engine.
Okay,
but it's diluted so much. A
lot of people don't want to do that. I never understood why.
Yeah, me neither. But my answer is if the oil's got a problem in it that's coming off the bottom of the engine, you've got a problem down there. If it don't have a problem, it's not going to have a problem on top of the engine.
How many hours your engine has?
2,769.
Okay.
Turn left right there, Case, and I'll take you back and show you the aft cabin. Let me shut this door. There's a 5 cubic foot freezer under this lid right here. We don't have it on right now, but when you're underway, that's a good place to store fish that you catch or beef that you want to take on your trip or whatever. If you find cheap chickens or cheap meat, you can store it in here.
When somebody dies on the way.
Right, yeah, I want to get them in there. This is our pantry.
Yeah.
And underneath the pantry is our main 24 volt battery bank, which are jail cell batteries. Each one's 2 volts. They're about this big a square.
Yeah, that one.
And they're tall, and they're supposed to last 15 or 20 years, and they really perform good. There's hanging lockers on each side.
Yeah.
There's an air conditioner, 12,000 BTU air conditioner, reverse cycle, which we use for heat.
Yeah.
But there's a 16,000 BTU in the front cab.
Yeah, I read that. Okay.
And then this is our bathroom that has a shower. We have Tecma electric toilets. Never had a problem out of them. Knock on wood. Like I say, a lot of books. All of these are mine.
When all the books are gone, you come out of the water 10 centimeters.
Yeah, probably. Come hung up now. This is our electrical panel. We have 4 voltages on this boat because we're Americans. They put 110 volt receptacles all around the boat, but we also have 220 receptacles around the boat.
Yeah.
And that's the alternating current side. On the DC current side, we got 24 volts and we got 12 volts. The radar, navigation lights, toilet, refrigerator and freezer. The bow thruster is 24 volts, and the windlass is a 24 volt unit. The air cons, the water heater, stove are all 220, and then we have our 220 outlets around the boat, and all these are this is the trash compactor, wash and dryer, microwave, and then plug-in circuits around the boat.
Very convenient place.
This is our shore power. This is the amperage that we're pulling, and this is a 110 volt circuit right here.
Yeah.
So everything you need to know. This is our 24 volt battery bank monitor, and this is the generator start panel.
Okay.
And all the gauges for the genset. This is where actually we spend a lot of our time.
Of course.
On our computers and looking around the marina. You can get a good view from up here.